everybody, I'm Tasha with the Major Change Group, and today, y'all, we're gonna be talking about student loans. Now, I know it's been a minute since I talked about student loans, but y'all, the other day I got an email stating that my student loans were in forbearance, and so I was just like, whoa. So I went online and I was trying to look to see what was going on, and I found the email talking about that these student loans had went on forbearance. So let me know in the comments, did your student loans go on forbearance? What are you thinking about this? Now, the thing is, Biden's administration has been working to forgive some student loans because I will tell you, especially for the public service area, I know my sister got over 100,000 of her student loans forgiven, and some people even came and the comments came back on some of the student loan videos that I did talking about their student loans had been forgiven. And so I'm just like, that's amazing. And it was like over 100,000 and stuff like that. So I'm like, wow, but my student loans were not forgiven. And so, now to see that the student loans are going to be going into forbearance, I'm just like, whoa, what's going on? So we're going to talk about it. Now, this article was so interesting because it was just like, why are my student loans in forbearance? Why is this legal battle led to a surprise notification for millions of borrowers? So I'm just like, whoa, this is pretty interesting. So when you go to read the article, it states that President Joe Biden administration has worked to forgive and lower student loan payments. But for now, one of the main programs that's helping million Americans is in court, and borrowers are now in forbearance. So it says 8 million people on the Saving on Valuable Education plan woke up to an email on Friday stating that their student loans were now in forbearance for an undetermined amount of time. So that's crazy. And it says, while forbearance isn't a new program, this mass execution is. And so what's going on is stating that the U.S. Appeals Court for 8th Circuit in St. Louis in July, it was stating that Missouri and 6 other Republican-led states, they were blocking this, in which made it to where they're putting the student loans on forbearance. Now, the thing is, I believe that this appeal is from 6 or 8 months ago. Originally, when Biden was trying to forgive up to 20,000 in student loans, these 6 to 7 Republican-led states were stating that they didn't want any parts of this. And, they felt like that they're just trying to forgive student loans for these Ivy League, student loans and stuff like that. And so now it's coming back around. But see, my question is, do they think that this forbearance is good or bad? Because on the one hand, now we're just going back to that the student loans are technically kind of on a pause. So you'll have to let me know, how do you feel about now, with the student loans is going to be on an undetermined pause? Because the good thing is, now the student loans are not going to be accruing interest. And that's the great thing for me, because it's like, I don't mind paying my student loans back, but it's like really the interest is what be eating it up. Now, I know back in 2020, because from 2020 to 2023, we wasn't paying on our student loans. But I do remember probably for like the first 8 months, I was still paying on it, and then I wasn't paying on it anymore. But I do know some people, even within that time, they were taking advantage of not having the interest on student loans. And so they were paying off their student loans. I have a friend that she had paid off her student loans. So I'm thinking, like, that's just great. But it's like now coming back around to where they're putting it on this forbearance. It's just like I'm trying to figure out from this article, do they think this is a bad thing or a good thing? So you'll have to let me know what you think in the comments. So the article goes on to discuss the SAVE plan. But see, this is the thing. Within reading the article, it also was stating that while the student loans are going on this forbearance, it's stating that borrowers who have paid on their undergrad loans for 20 years and or graduate loan for 25 years could have whatever is still owed on the loans after that time cleared. So I'm just like, wow, that's pretty interesting. So, we'll have to see if that's going to go on. But the article goes on to talk about forbearance because I think this is a very interesting part, because normally when you are doing a forbearance, usually you have to call your student loan servicer and state the reason why you want to go into forbearance. And so most of the time, sometimes you might have to send in some documentation and things like that. So, I'm pretty surprised that this was the action, that they're going to be freezing the payments while they figure this out in court. So, I think that this is very interesting to see what they're going to be doing. But I can tell you for myself, I am going to go ahead and continue paying on my student loans this time. So I went ahead and set up for my payments to come out this week. So I'm going to still take advantage of no interest on the student loans. So yeah. Now the article does state back in July, these seven Republican-led states are stating that they want to block this SAVE plan. And down here they're saying that they don't think that this plan should go on because it states the student loan plan would have saddled working Americans with $500 billion in Ivy League debt. And so, they're not wanting it. But the thing is, it's like, do they want people to pay their student loans back? And so, is this going on this mass forbearance? Is that really the way? So, to me, it's still giving Americans, because I know when they were stating that we were going to have to start paying back our student loans, they had did a poll and they were saying that Americans wasn't ready to pay, start back paying on their student loans after we wasn't paying on our student loans for over 3 years. But I'm not for sure. I know for myself, once we went back, I just went ahead and started paying my student loans back again. So you'll have to let me know, what are you really thinking about this? Do you think this is a bad or a good thing? And are you going to continue to pay on your student loans even though it's in forbearance? So let me know what you think in the comments. Now we're currently in the 26-week $5,000 savings challenge. And let me know, are you going to join it, or have you already joined the savings challenge? Now the thing is, you can save as much as you want or as little as you want. All we're trying to do is get in the habit of saving. So let me know if you're going to join, and I'm going to be doing an update to let you know where I'm at, y'all. You're going to be a little bit surprised with it. So I hope that you join the challenge. Let me know in the comments. And I hope that this was helpful. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and turn your notification bell on so when new content drops, you will be the first to know. Thank you so much for watching. It's not a game.